Hi, and welcome to My Story with CareCredit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with CareCredit did it with their CareCredit credit card. CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Farina, and I am excited to share my conversation with Jessi. She recently relocated for her dream job, only to discover one of her 3 pets needed some pretty serious veterinary care.
Hi, I'm Jessi, and this is Stripe, and I've been a CareCredit card holder for 5 years. Stripe is just very mild-mannered, and he loves to explore. He's very lovable, and he even gets along with the cat. I rescued Stripe's mother, and she ended up having a litter, and Stripe was one of those out of the litter, and I decided to keep him. For the last 9 years, he's filled our home with joy. I learned about CareCredit. My mother was already a member, and there was a situation where my vet had actually stopped accepting the pet insurance that I was carrying. I decided that CareCredit was really the right move for me in my time of need. The pets are such a huge part of the family. CareCredit allows us to make sure they're afforded the opportunity to visit the vet on a basis that provides them good health. A healthy pet is a happy pet, and CareCredit allows me to make sure that Stripe gets all of his regular checkups. Thank you, CareCredit, for helping me to keep Stripe and all of our pets healthy.
Jessi, I'm so excited to hear about your CareCredit story, but I have to ask you first, who did you bring with you today?
So I brought Stripe. He is 9 years old, and I actually had his mother first.
Oh.
And he was part of her first litter.
So where did the name Stripe come from?
So when he was very little, he did have a prominent white stripe on the back of his neck.
Okay.
And so that's where he got the name Stripe. Now over time, of course, as he's aged, it's faded away.
Okay, so you had his mother first.
Yes.
And what kind of dog was she?
It's like a hound mix.
Okay. Obviously, and that's what he is.
Yeah, with a little bit of pit bull now.
Okay.
Into the mix.
Okay. So where does your CareCredit story begin? Where did you first hear about the card?
Okay, so in Florida, through my employer, I did have pet insurance.
Okay.
And I loved the vet I was with. However, there was a point when the vet decided to no longer accept the pet insurance that I was carrying.
Okay.
And that's when the secretary at the vet told me about CareCredit.
Okay.
And what it could be used for and many options. And so that's when I first became to know about CareCredit.
Okay. So it was just a routine checkup, a reason that you were in the office that day?
Definitely, because I try to make sure that not only Stripe, but all the animals in the house get all of their wellness exams and annual visits, because, a healthy pet is a happy pet.
Yes, amen to that. But you did say all the animals.
Yes.
So let's hear it. How many you got?
As previously mentioned, I have Shiloh, who is Stripe's mother.
Okay.
And then I have a beautiful cat whose name is Kiki.
Kiki.
Yeah.
All right. So now you have the dog and the cat.
2 dogs and the cat.
2 dogs and the
Yeah.
cat. Oh, so you still have his mama.
I still have his mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Misunderstood you. Good. Yay,
Yay,
Shiloh.
yeah.
Okay, so you get the card.
Yes.
And what happens next?
So I was able to use it for all of the animals, of course, but to my surprise, I was actually even able to use it for myself.
Okay, do tell.
Yes, so I needed some dental work accomplished, and as everybody knows, that can be kind of a financial strain.
Yes.
So I was able to use the CareCredit for my own dental work.
Okay, can we talk about the dental work?
We can.
Let's hear it. What happened?
2 crowns at the same time.
Okay.
And it was approximately $1,800 for that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't have that laying around or in my pocket, and I was able like I said, CareCredit was able to help me.
Awesome. So you had the CareCredit credit card for the animals.
Yes.
And then you go to the dentist and you find out you need this procedure, and then you're like, oh, you take CareCredit? Or
Right.
did you go there knowing that they had CareCredit?
I was aware of the many options that and availability, different locations you could use it. And primarily it was for my animals, but I knew that I had the, like a little secret weapon I could pull out when I needed it for myself.
I love that term, the secret weapon. That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Have you used it, or do you have plans to use it in the future?
So currently,
Okay.
since you asked that,
I did ask that.
I just made a huge move from Florida to Texas.
Okay.
For my dream job. Yes, really excited. So during the transition and waiting for my new employer insurance to go into effect, which also came with pet insurance, Stripe had a dire need to go to the vet for some discomfort he was experiencing.
Okay.
And because of the money I had just spent to move myself across the country,
Not cheap.
and my insurance, my new employer not having gone into effect yet, once again, I was able to use CareCredit to
Awesome.
bring me out of a sticky situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how did you know he was uncomfortable?
So I noticed for a while that he had been favoring one side or the other while he was walking or trying to traverse steps, and it just seems like over the last couple months it's increased, and
Okay.
he's letting me know it's time maybe we look at this a little bit deeper.
So has he been seen for it currently?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's been seen twice already.
Okay. And what they say is wrong with him?
He has a luxated patella, which means
Okay.
that the kneecap will shift out of its normal channel or groove.
Gotcha. What do they do for that?
It's going to be a surgery. It's a surgical procedure.
Okay.
I haven't reached that barrier yet.
Okay.
Because I definitely feel like it is a hump that I'm going to have to cross, because I definitely don't want him to be in any kind of discomfort.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So how are the animals liking Texas?
I think they acclimated better than I did, but that's one of the things is no matter how much I've interrupt my own routine, whether it be moving or the new employment, the dogs just give me that that consistency of the loyalty, and so they make me feel during even times of high stress,
Right.
they make me feel that I could take a deep breath and it's going to be okay.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. And to kind of piggyback that, you have been using your CareCredit credit card in times of high stress. If you could write a review based on your entire experience with kind of everything that you've been through with the card, because it's been a few different things, what would you say?
Right. So I feel like the technology side of it, whether it be the website or the app, is extremely user friendly. The payments are extremely affordable and sustainable.
Right. Well, we wish you, Kiki, Shiloh, Stripe. That's all three. I got them.
Yeah, you got it.
A lifetime of happiness.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Glad to see everything worked out for Jessi and her fur babies. Sounds like she's off to a great start in her dream job, and we wish her all the best. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.